I'm going.
I got him. Hey, yo, you don't want to go neither. Back up. I'm just saying I got him. Back up. Don't worry about it. Back up. Yo, back up. Yo. Where you going? You back up?
Chill. Go to the sidewalk now. Go to the sidewalk now. You want to go with him? You're funny.
You want to be fucking funny.
Go to the sidewalk now.
You want to be funny. You say to get on the street, go on the fucking street. I know who the fuck you think.
I swear, I never thought we'd actually see this day hit like this. Jack Doherty just got scooped up on 3 charges and the whole internet is going crazy over it. This isn't some glitch from an AI channel or a bad rumor floating around. This is real life and it's explosive. People have been waiting for something like this to drop for a long time. And now that it finally happened, everyone's eyes are locked in. We're talking articles, footage, police reports, all of it is out there, and every piece makes the situation even messier. And for everyone wondering if this feels like an early holiday surprise, come on! The answer is obvious. It absolutely does. People have been clowning this man for months, and now the story just flipped in a way nobody saw coming. So now the big question floating around is simple. What exactly got him hauled off by police? What was serious enough to finally get him locked up? Let's get into it, because this whole situation is straight up chaos. According to TMZ, the headline dropped loud and clear: Jack Doherty, social star arrested in Miami Beach. And of course, they wasted no time posting that mugshot. And yes, the man is still rocking that broccoli-style haircut that you can spot from across the stadium. That look is basically his trademark at this point, and somehow it makes the whole situation look even more unreal. It's like you blinked, and suddenly, one of the loudest creators online is being walked into a police station while still looking like he just woke up from a live stream.
What did he do?
He was running a stake hand. He's doing a gambling thing. He's trying to make a video.
Everything gotta be some goddamn content, man. Yes.
Things are already wild and we're just getting started. The article straight up says that creator Jack Doherty got arrested in the Miami area, and TMZ confirmed the whole thing with full details. Miami Beach police grabbed him right outside a smoke shop and then hauled him over to the Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center just before 9 a.m. 3 charges hit him at once: possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana, and resisting arrest. That's a heavy mix for anybody, especially someone with his spotlight on them. According to police, he had amphetamine on him, the same medication normally used for people dealing with ADHD or narcolepsy, plus under 20 grams of weed. And this is where everything starts getting messy, because next we gotta talk about what kind of time this could mean for him, and it's definitely not something he can just laugh off on stream. But before we get into possible time behind bars, remember when his ex-girlfriend exposed him publicly? She said he would take way too much Adderall, claiming he wasn't eating right and was always wired up like he was running on pure lightning. She made it sound like he wasn't using it safely at all, which had people worried long before this arrest ever happened. And look, when someone burns through their prescription too fast, doctors don't just hand out early refills. That pushes people to look for it in other ways, which can get dangerous fast. That kind of situation can land somebody in serious trouble, no matter how big their platform is. So if he really got caught with prescription meds outside the original container, or worse, if those meds weren't prescribed to him at all, then it makes sense why this turned into a criminal case instead of a simple mix-up. If it were legally his, stored correctly, this wouldn't have exploded into charges like this. But clearly, something wasn't adding up in the eyes of the police. If everything was in the proper container, he wouldn't have been arrested for it at all. But clearly this situation is on a whole different level. His bond is set at $3,500, and he hasn't paid it yet. And here's the wild part. He was literally streaming on Party just hours before the arrest and even posted clips from a yacht in Miami. This man went from relaxing on the water to sitting behind bars all in the same day. Jack first blew up back in 2017 with those videos of him flipping random objects, and now he's sitting on around 13 million followers across TikTok and Instagram, plus another 15 million on YouTube. And even with numbers that huge, the article still couldn't find much positive to say about him besides the old bottle flipping days. That alone shows how wild his reputation has gotten. Now let's break down these charges and what kind of time he could be staring at, because because Florida does not play with this stuff. In Florida, weed is still illegal for recreational use, and having up to 20 grams lands you in misdemeanor territory. That can mean up to a year in jail, a $1,000 fine, and even a suspended driver's license. That's a serious package of consequences for something people in other states buy at a store without thinking twice. Some cities in Florida do have lighter penalties depending on the location, but Miami Beach is not known for going easy on high-profile cases like this. When someone with a massive online presence gets caught slipping, the legal system tends to look even harder at them. So yeah, Jack's situation is already messy, and the deeper you look, the more complicated it gets. I'll be real. I don't agree with harsh laws targeting weed, especially since I'm in Canada where it's fully legal and you can walk into a shop and buy whatever amount you want. But at the end of the day, Florida law is Florida law. And Jack is still in trouble for that charge, even if it's the least serious one out of the three. That alone already puts him in a tough spot. Then we've got the resisting arrest charge, and in Florida, resisting without violence is still a misdemeanor that can land you up to a year in jail. Resisting with violence is a whole felony. But let's be honest, Jack doesn't strike me as someone who was out there throwing hands at officers. It's way more likely he pulled away, acted stubborn, or didn't follow directions quick enough. Resisting is one of those charges police hand out whenever someone doesn't cooperate at the pace they expect. I've seen plenty of body cam videos where resisting charges get tossed out later because sometimes it's just based on attitude or confusion, not actual aggression. But in Jack's case, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me hopes this one sticks just so he finally takes a real look at his behavior. He's been moving reckless for way too long, and a reality check might be exactly what he needs. Now, before we get into the most serious charge, let's talk about body cam footage, because this is where things are about to get interesting. Florida is one of the fastest states when it comes to releasing police body cam videos, and people do not waste time getting their hands on them. Right now, as of 12:03 p.m. on a Saturday, I promise you there are already folks lining up at the Miami Police Department ready to file their public records request for that footage. The second that video drops, the internet is gonna explode because everybody wants to see exactly how this all went down. We're probably going to see this body cam footage within the next couple of weeks, and when it drops, it's going to be intense. You already know the internet is going to lose its mind over every second of it. I can't wait to break it all down because you just know the video is going to be dramatic and chaotic from start to finish. But now, let's talk about the biggest charge on Jack's list, the controlled substance charge. This is the one that can actually change his entire life. Adderall is classified as a Schedule II drug, and under Florida law, having it without a legit prescription is a third-degree felony. That's not a slap-on-the-wrist situation. That's a serious criminal charge that can follow someone for years. And the wild part, even the tiniest trace amounts can still get you charged. Florida does not play around with Schedule II substances at all. For a felony at this level, the maximum penalty is up to 5 years in prison, which is no joke. That's real time, real consequences, and a reality that would shake anybody up. And honestly, I don't think Jack could handle 5 years behind bars. I don't even think 5 months would go smoothly for him. He spent years living wild, filming everything and acting untouchable online. But the legal system doesn't care about views or followers. When it comes to controlled substances in Florida, the rules are strict, the penalties are heavy, and the judges do not look the other way. This charge alone could be the one that flips his whole world upside down. If it's prescribed to you, everything is smooth, no stress at all. But if it's not prescribed to you, that tiny little pill turns into a massive problem real fast. Florida doesn't play around with that, and Jack is learning that lesson the hard way. And before I wrap this up, take one more look at that arrest moment and really pay attention to the smug look on his face. It's unreal. The man looked like he still thought he was in control while getting cuffed. It's wild to see someone switch from influencer mode to inmate mode in seconds. If you liked this video, make sure you smash that like button and drop a comment because I read every single one of them. Don't be shy. Tell me what you think, what you want next, or anything you notice that I should break down. Share this with someone who needs to see how fast things can flip for people who think nothing can touch them. And of course, hit that subscribe button, share the video, drop your thoughts below, and I'll catch you on the next one.